right, so same name, love it. All right, so welcome everybody. We're here today for a vertical video workshop, something that we use a lot, and our partners with Explore My Town and Evolution Media Group use a lot. We've got Johnny Moe here, who's really going to be the guide through this workshop. I do a lot of vertical video. I do different styles of vertical video than Johnny Moe does. So he's actually going to take you through some of the reasons why we use vertical video, where we're using vertical video, where the results are the best. We'll get into some of the tools we use, the tools we recommend. Johnny Moe will even dive in and do a little live editing so you can see what he does, because a lot of it happens right on the phone. It's amazing what you can get done on that smartphone. And then we'll wrap up with some other kind of tips, some more advanced tips, and then open up for some Q&A. Hoping that everybody will take this, what you learned today, and go make some vertical videos. We do have a script that we're going to share to all of you when this event is over, kind of just a general market update script that please feel free to use that. Make your first video, and we'd love for you to make your first video and tag us in it so we can see it and also help you get more engagement by tagging people and cross-pollinating some audiences. So with that, let's dive right in. So let's start off, Johnny Moe, with why do we use vertical video? Why vertical video?
Because that is what the platforms want, right? So vertical video is 9:16, right? That is your traditional portrait mode, and that is TikTok, that is Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts. This is what they all. It's funny, I say this is what they all want. This is what they all want, but they also, with YouTube, wants long form, and that's evident in their monetization policy. I watched a video this morning by Joe, I think his name is Joe Pena. And he's the guy that has the white shorts on, or like cream colored shorts on with the ass implants. And he goes around and he does all these crazy things. Anyways, he had like 283 million views on his YouTube short, and he made $1,900. And what the point was there, like, we're all like, oh, $1,900. Yeah, but that's 200 and some odd million views. It was him running in a rink at an MMA fight, getting punched in the head, falling back. We're not going to, I say this, and I mean this with love, and everything that I say is probably like that tough love dad kind of advice, is you're not a national influencer. Your goal shouldn't be to become a national influencer. If it is, hats off to you, go get it. I'm not the guy for that. I'm about thinking the same concept that the national influencers look at, but on a local level, on a hyper local level, because that is my focus. That is where I am. I want people in Maine and New Hampshire to see me. Yes, I can sit here and say, oh, that's limited mindset because somebody from New York might be moving to New Hampshire. You're right. And if they're here, they're going to get retargeted and see my stuff one way or another. And that's the way the algorithm works. But I'm not trying to get everybody to see my stuff. I'm trying to get local people. I want to be local famous. I don't need to be worldly famous. So I say the monetization of any of these channels is extremely difficult, and not if you took the same amount of time that you're going to put into monetizing a channel as you are, and as a real estate agent, how hard is it to monetize a real estate channel? Near impossible. But if you take the same amount of time that you would put into any monetization into creating good, consistent, which is the key content, because these algorithms want you posted multiple times per week, in some cases several times a day. And I understand it's like, oh my God, that's so much content. How do I do it? How do you do it, Johnny Moe? So I'll just tell you how I make my content. I make my content around food, and I'd simply say tell stories about interesting people, places, or things. So I put stories out about food and iconic restaurant places, and who's got the best corned beef hash, best hamburger. And as a result, people follow that because they're interested in it. I always talk about real estate in there, but I'm also following Gary Vaynerchuk's jab, right hook, where it's like, if I just always talk about real estate, the right hook, then I'm just going to burn my audience out. So I talk about, hey, take a look at this hike. Hey, look at this food truck I found. Hey, have you ever stopped here? Right hook. Hey, here's a market update about this restaurant, about this place, about that. Hey, take a look. Who wants to get a valuation on their home, right? Hey, take a look at the real estate, right, in my area. Or I just end it with simply go to exploremainlife.com and take a look around. So I'm not always just burning out my audience. I'm building an audience based upon stuff locally, and that's the key to me. And the reason I do this is because I want to be where the eyes are. Social media, the web, all this other stuff is a paradigm shift. The paradigm shift happened in the 90s with the internet. I was a network engineer during this time. It was wild, but the homeowner was still getting their their internet through a magazine, and inside the magazine, you'd rip out the CD and you'd put it in. It was called AOL. So from 1996 to 2006, you had the advent of the internet at everybody's doorstep. Google came out in 1998. Facebook came out in 2003. YouTube was 2005, and Zillow was 2006. That's a paradigm shift because it changed consumers' behaviors, right? The consumer responded differently. The consumer searched differently. The consumer shopped differently. And that's what caused the .com platform to blow up, or the .com paradigm shift. Now with social media, we have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have YouTube. The number one and number two and number three most visited website every single day, over lion's share over anybody else, is in this order: Google, YouTube, and Facebook. Facebook is slightly declining, right? Not everybody's going to Facebook because there's so many different places, but you need to be able to be where the eyeballs are. Look at your video, and your vertical video particularly. To me, vertical video is fast, quick content, daily content. Long form is more creative, thought out, scripted, those kind of things. So with your short form content, I always tell everybody at Explore My Town, 1, 2, 3. You want to make a Hallmark video about you, your area, what you represent. That's going to be like a retargeting, not a retargeting, the main video that goes out and starts your funnel. Then 2, just do 2 longer form videos about something is interesting, a neighborhood or something per month, just 2. That's not too much. And then 3 short form videos per week of something fast, of something quick. You'll see the one that we edit later today. Why do we want to do that? We want to build our audience. We want to drive them someplace. We want to drive them, have an idea where we're driving them to, or what the mission is. We all have the ability to have a link in most of our profiles. Put a link to a link tree, so when somebody's watching your stuff, you can say, "Hey, if you want to search for more, if you want to search for properties if you want to search for all the properties in Maine or get a home valuation, just click on link in bio and it will direct you." Now all of a sudden they land on my tap link or my link tree or any of those kind of things. But one of the reasons we really need to become proficient, besides Reels, TikTok, Instagram, all these other things, wanting this in their place, is because the ads. I don't know the last time you ran a Facebook ad. It's asking you for this collateral, and if you don't provide the collateral, then it's going to go ahead and create the collateral for you, right? Well, I don't want that. I want to be in control of the creative, because what happens is if you only upload content in 16 by 9, now 16 by 9 is this style, right? YouTube, just call it YouTube standard. This is 9 by 16, but if you upload it like this and then you try to crop it in, then what happens? I don't know if you've ever seen this. Hey guys, I want to talk to you about, right? You're totally zoomed in, because what happened was you took this big wide screen and you zoomed it in on a little piece. Now there's a way to do that, and you can do that, and it's a lot of it's about the filming. If you're filming close and you on your 9 by 16 and you come in too far, you won't be able to crop in. It will be right in. But if you step back just a little bit, a lot of us want to be right up there on the camera, but I say this, my camera should be arm's length. I use this thing right here. I'm going to stand back a little bit. I use this thing right here. It's called a switch pod. Okay. Switch pod, it opens up so I can put it down to the tripod. It goes either direction that I want it to. But when I'm holding my switch pod, I have an extra, what do you think this is? 6 inches here. I have an extra 6 inches in height. And so I can be straight on. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 extra 6 inches in length going this way. Okay. So I get a better vantage point with my camera than if I'm just holding it like this. Right. And now all of a sudden, I might be too close to crop in or anything. So when you're understanding the shooting aspect of why we're doing what we're doing, it's not just for TikToks. It's not just for these other things. It's also so you can run ads, because Facebook is going to ask you for this collateral. Does that make sense so far? Yeah. I don't have anybody turned on.
Awesome.
Let me turn this up. Any questions so far about, are we all on the same page that, okay, the platforms want it, so we got to deliver it to them. But the other thing is, when we're running ads, then we need to be able to give that collateral too. So do you have a question before I keep rolling? Or something to keep us on?
I do, and I want to get into the platforms for just a minute before we start to dive into the tools and all that. And what I want to share is just some really basic stuff about platform usage and where we're finding the best results. What I'm going to hold up here for the screen for a second is actually my personal Facebook page, and I post reels. I post about one a day most days. I'm not sure how well you can read that, but what you'll see here, this is my personal Facebook page. Just from reels alone, in the last 28 days, I've reached 52,400 people. I got 15,600 engagement, 66,400 impressions, and I've added 53 followers in the last 28 days. I've got a very small Facebook page. I did not, I'm not somebody who's added people and added people and added people. I've got 653 followers. Most of them have come in the last really 3 or 4 months. And I've spent no money on that. I've not run ads. I'm literally just putting content out there that Facebook picks up and puts in front of people. And what we're finding right now, and I'll let you elaborate this on this, Johnny Mo, but what we're finding is right now your Facebook Reels are getting the best organic reach. TikTok is getting very good organic reach. YouTube Shorts is getting good organic reach, but not as good as it used to be. And it's Instagram that really is getting the poorest organic reach, and that's because they really want that platform to run more ads. So when you look at the strategy and structure of Facebook versus Instagram, Facebook is more of a community type tool. You think groups and pages and all that. There's a lot of other ways to monetize on Facebook. With Instagram, you don't really have anything. It's pictures, it's very little text. There's no communities, there's no groups, there's no real way to like network and interact and engage there other than getting people to watch videos. And really for Instagram, their only move is Reels. So they don't give you very good reach on the Reels unless you pay for it. So we're finding that reach is actually way down from where it used to be. Instagram's still a great platform, but you do have to pay to play unless you already have a large audience. So with that, Johnny Mo, I would say if you got a couple of thoughts, add those. So we're going to start to dive into the tools and look at a video.
Yeah. So, thing is about everything that you just said is there's strategies to all of it. And I believe that you should go deep then wide, meaning that like my Instagram isn't very good. I don't like Instagram, so I don't actually spend a lot of time on it for many of the reasons that you just said. All you can do is comment, like, share, right? You can't, there's no real communication or community aspect to it. So, it's a place that you go to follow somebody, right? So I still believe in putting it there. Plus, since it syncs with my Facebook business page, it's just one less thing that I have to do. So when we take a look at, I'm going to use YouTube. I like YouTube and I like TikTok. Those are the two that I like. I like Facebook for ads and the community aspect of it, of course, but I like YouTube and I like TikTok. Now, when we're looking at these things, it's funny to look at these platforms because it was 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, right? So short form is 1 minute or less in theory. So, at one point, everything was 1 minute, right? And then all of a sudden, YouTube Shorts is still, I think, a minute. But then TikTok, who really shook up the game a couple of years ago when they came on the market, they were 1 minute. Now they're up to 10 minutes, right? You can do up to 10 if you have enough followers and all this other stuff. You can do up to 10-minute videos, right? So what's right, what's wrong? Wrong form or short form? The only wrong answer is not doing anything. You have to do them both. What I mean by that is my YouTube, and it's not as simple as just posting to YouTube. Okay. There's some research, or I try to game the system with search engine optimization kind of things by understanding what the public might be searching for. Right. So now when I get into YouTube, I'm able to put a short there. The short generates traffic to my page and I get views on my long form content. Right now, currently, my videos, when I type in Kennebunk, Maine, or Kittery, Maine, or York, Maine, or a bunch of other towns in Maine, my video is the very first one that shows up, right? And it's got 6,000 views, 4,000 views, 5,000 views, 10,000 views. When I look at the analytics about that, a lot of people, that is in the living room of people's homes. 63% of the usage of the views is in somebody's living room on connected TVs. So if I'm on a connected TV, that means, or a smart TV, or an Xbox or a PlayStation, I'm in somebody's living room or bedroom, because where would it be? The kitchen? Nobody's driving around with their smart TV in their car. So I'm getting thousands and thousands of views from people sitting in their living room on my long form content that is being driven from my short form content, right? So I'm going to share my screen real quick on this one. If I figure out.
So you're going to dive into the tools you're using and actually show what you're doing?
I'm going to show my analytics on my YouTube. Now, these analytics that you're going to see are not as in depth as if you're on your laptop or your computer. So let's go see. But if I take a look at this, right, just in the last 28 days on my YouTube, this is all videos, 641 watch time hours. I'm going to come over here, 641 divided by 24, 26 days. So in the last 28 days, I've had my content watched for the equivalent. Humans have watched my content for the equivalent of 26 days. That's pretty cool and pretty impressive. And on each one, it has my real estate logo. On each one, it has my real estate mention about the website. And then again, jab, 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 right hook. I'm able to come in for that because I'm not talking just about real estate. Where did that go? I want to go back to that. I gained 71 subscribers. That's pretty good. This channel is only new in December, maybe beginning of December, end of November. I didn't start posting to it until around Christmas time. 10,000.7, almost 11,000 views. That's a 1.3 more than usual. Now, why is this happening? Okay. And when you look at the deeper analytics on your computer, you see them go up the mountain. And the reason it happens is because you have one video out, it's living on, right? How do I stop sharing? It's living on. Stop sharing. Okay. When you have one video out there, it's living on and people may continue to find it. And it's not as simple as just putting a video out there. You've got to do a little research on YouTube, learn the keyword searches and those types of things, right? Use Keyword Anywhere that I use. No, I use vidIQ. Keyword Anywhere is something different, but I can show you some of these tools in a minute. But when you understand what they're watching, now all of a sudden you get another video out and another video out and another video out. They're all working for you 24/7, right? So that's what allows the subscribers to grow, because when you start consistently putting out content, YouTube, the algorithms, they look at you and say, this person's putting out content where this other person over here only puts out one video here and it's sporadic. This person is committed to the platform and they want to reward that. I'm going to share this again. Okay, I'm going to share again on this. I've never shared this way before, so I'm struggling a little bit. So work with me here, people. Just work with me. Now I'm going to come over here to Tickle Talk and figure out what account I'm on. So this is Main Life. I started Explore Main Life in December. So already I got 2,147 followers. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's more than most, I can guarantee. And I'm getting, look at this, 7,300 views, 15,000 views. Some of my favorite videos to do are these. Now, anybody can do these. You don't need a drone, right? I have two, because I keep hitting trees apparently. But I have two, but you can do this on your phone, walking down a neighborhood, say, hey, does anybody know where I'm at, right? And so it allows to start to have engagement. Look at these stories. I was driving down the road. I saw this place. I pulled in. I did a quick video. I bought a couple treats, which I'm not supposed to have. I went out and met my nephew for a cheeseburger. I made a video. I was on my way last week to the office coming up here. I did a little research because I like homemade biscuit sandwiches. I popped in, made a video about it. This is my new listing that I put on the contract for more than asking price with multiple offers in a couple of days, because that's what the market is. And this is what the end goal of it all is. You know what I mean? So I just tell stories of what I'm doing. And people engage with it. And part of it is, oh, I'm still sharing. Part of it is, as a part of it is using the right hashtags. And what are the right hashtags? Man, that comes with time and watching what other people are doing. I'm forever a student of watching what people are doing. So when I see something in there that pops into my news feed and it's about Maine, I look at the hashtags, I make a mental note, or I take a screenshot. Then what I start to do is I start to put these tags into place. I don't want 80 tags. I try to go with 6, and that's the magic number for me. 207 Maine Life, right? So I try to put these in there, and I always try to slip one in that is a big one just to get those views, because, you know, we all have vanity in our blood. But anyways, I might put biscuit or barbecue or something else like that in there, so it generates. But I'm trying to attract people from New England, because people from New England are moving up to Maine, because it's a big state. There's plenty of land up here. So those are some of the reasons why I do what I do, and anybody can do that. But as a result of doing what I'm doing on TikTok alone, only TikTok, as I'm going to say that again for the people in back, as a result of what I'm doing on TikTok, I'm in talks with the mayor of a town just north of Augusta, the capital, which is a town I want to invest in, because I think over the next 10 years, you're going to see the emergence of, what do they call that, urban sprawl, because it's getting outpriced. The average person's being outpriced in southern Maine, and they're being pushed north. So if I can get a 2-family up there now or a 3-family for $225,000, I imagine that it's going to be worth $350,000 or $400,000 in within a decade. That's a good investment to me, right? So, but as a result, I'm talking to the mayor. I'm talking to the Fox News station up here. Not Fox propaganda, but the local news, one of the local news stations, right? And we're going to start working together. And I'm also in talks with the Kennebunk Chamber of Commerce and Friends of Sanford, Maine. So now I'm going to be able to have advocates working for me, lining up my content, so I can just walk in. Hey, everybody, let's make some videos, right? And they're going to line it all up. I make it. I get to tag all their friends. They're going to share it on their social medias. That's spare hacking. Harrison, let's make a point to send everybody out spare hacking at the same time that we send out a follow-up or anything else like that. Spare hacking is all about tagging your friends or a business or being seen with other influential people on social media. Our sphere of influence, we all know what it is. I don't need to explain it. It's only so big, but you need to get into thinking that your sphere of influence is also digital. That's a paradigm shift. Your sphere of influence 15 years ago was the people you knew. Your sphere of influence now are the people that know you. You might not know these people. This is the parasocial relationship. This is the beauty of being present on social media, so that being able to deliver that video, to the audience and give them what you want, allows you to build what we're all after at the end of the day, is the relationship.
Yeah, so Johnny Mo, the networking at a high level, networking across your community is a huge point in all that, because you're getting in front of everybody that you want to potentially know, everybody that could potentially refer to you. It's an easy way to get in front of people in a frictionless way, by giving them stuff they want to see anyways, things they're interested in, things that they're likely to engage with. So it's a very easy way to get in front of your community, stay in front of your community, get across people's spheres, tagging and all this sorts of stuff to really drive engagement. But with that, Johnny Mo, why don't we dive into editing that video you've got? And as you're doing that, talk a little bit about what you're using to edit it, what you're looking to get out of it, why you're doing certain things, to help people understand, why do these videos we see on TikTok all look a certain way?
Okay, but before I do that, I'm going to share this screen first, and I want to show you. Can you see this? Explore Maine Life. Okay, so I want to show you something right here. I take my content. I'm able to now take my content that's out there on social media, and I swear to God that social media video is only 33%, 1/3, 33% of the power of the video. Let's say that again. It's a third of what you should be doing with the video. The other third is being able to make blogs with it. So now I'm taking that same video and this is repurposing to me, not taking my videos and manipulating them so they fit a platform, repurposing them to me, because now I can take these things and share them out on social media in a diffused situation. So I'm going to click on, this is what it sounds like when the pigs fly. So Pigs Fly, they're a pretty popular bread and pizza restaurant here in southern New Hampshire. They have their bread in the supermarkets. They have multiple locations. Super awesome, super fresh. So I went, I did a video on them, and then I made a blog about them. And with using AI and all these other tools, you can make these things. But look at this.
Let's go
I'm
take
here
a
just
look
for
at
this. This is my
Pig
YouTube
Fly.
short. I figured
You
out
come
how
through the
to
doors to the
embed it,
restaurant,
and
you get the
anybody can
bar
do
right
that.
there,
But there's a little manipulation that has to happen. But I figure out how to put it into my blogs, right? So now when I take this and I go over to Facebook and I share this, right? It doesn't look so much like a typical regurgitated real estate ad or anything like that. It looks like a trusted source of the community, and that's where I'm coming from. I want to be that trusted source of the community. But, oh, wait a minute. You guys weren't able to see that, were you? Share this tab. When I share it on social media, you'll see right here, right? I can do whatever I want. My point, I can write up whatever I want. And if I wanted to tag when pigs fly, right? I just find I already tagged them. They got like thousands. I don't know where it is, but if you don't know where it is, you can just simply go to their Facebook and go when pigs fly, leave, come over here and grab their link right at the very top where it said in the URL, it will give you what their username is. But anyways, this is a component. I probably put the cart in front of the horse, but before I started editing, I wanted to get this point out is it's not just about, this is the other third of the power of making all video, including vertical video is, and what I love about vertical videos is it's fast and everybody's consuming it. So I'm able to get in front of more people quicker. But the whole reason I'm doing so I can A, make a video 1/3, B, put it on digital so I can build my own ecosystem and online library, have my own pieces of collateral to share. Because in my stuff, I put, well, let me share this again. I'm giving you guys too many secrets now. I'm gonna hurt your brains. Hey, tab, best for automation. Gary Vaynerchuk said, be your own media company, right? In 2016, nobody took him up on that challenge in our industry, but I did. And so when somebody's going through here, this isn't the best example. Sometimes I have it in multiple different places, but a couple things are happening here. They've been pixelated. So anybody that came here has been pixelated. So when I go jab, 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 right hook, they're not going to be burnt out by just seeing me over about how great I am of a real estate agent. I don't post that stuff. I post about the community and build relationships. But if somebody is interested in conclusion, search Maine Homes, it brings them over to the search page, right? The main home page. So that's why I say 30%, a third is making the video and putting it on social. A third is creating the digital asset with it. And a third is using that digital asset then to go network with it, or your presence to network with the community and other people, because that is where the business is. So now I'm going to grab my other phone and we're going to, before we do that, let me see if I can bring up this website, Answer the Public. We can't. You have to know what we're going to say when we post. A tab. You can get in. There's plenty of Google tools, or different, all these tools or whatever like that. If you have Google, you can go in there and use the different Google tools to find out keywords. But if I want to put, I'm going to use Jackie Jones Kapuscinski and her husband Mike are coming to Maine, and they want to look for who has the best lobster. I don't know if this will work. Lobster rolls in Maine, right? Let's go like this. This probably won't work for me, but zero questions. Okay, so then let me go lobster rolls Maine. Let's see if this works. Now, anyways, you can go to Answer the Public. I'm not going to register with his site right now, so too bad for him. We're going to go into editing. We're going to go into editing, but you can use tools, your Google tools, to come up with terms that the public, you can use Answer the Public and these other tools. Some of them are free, right? Some of them are trials, but you go in there and find what the people are searching for. That's the key. Or how many, if you go into any system and take a look, you will realize that the weather is searched super high. What's the weather in Kennebunkport? What's the weather in Maine? Imagine you had a video. Imagine you had a page that was dedicated to the weather, and every day there was a 1-minute weather update, and it only took you one shot, one time. Hey, today the weather in Maine sucks. It's raining. It's cold. It's June 15th. Enjoy your day. Right now, all of a sudden, that can start to rank. But understanding, first and foremost, that's what the consumer's looking for, because that's what they're looking for. I'm going to get into this real quick. I use a program called InShot. I use it for everything. And all my editing. It can edit any rendition style that you want. This thing's in the way, and oh boy, is it annoying. So I'm going to click video. I'm going to click new. I'm going to come in here and take my videos from today, which are this. I don't think I want that. I think I want this. And I'm going to go, okay. And you can see that I'm at 1:56. Now, understanding what I said in the beginning, understanding what the platform requirements are, now I know what I can do. I do want to do more than a 1-minute video on TikTok, because TikTok is looking for videos with more than 1 minute. So I'm going to make 2 versions of this. The first version is going to be for TikTok, then I'm going to cut some more out. I want to make that for YouTube Shorts and Reels. But real simple, I'm going to edit this video. I might be a little bit quiet for a minute, but I want to show you how simple it is to do this.
You're on mute, John.
In the room. Okay. How about now? Okay, good. Turn those speakers, mute them for a second, and let's go. All right, so I messed up looking around there, and I'm just going to split that, and then what I'm going to do is a PIP, stands for picture in picture. I want to put that inside my picture in picture right there. Then we're going to delete that. We don't need all that, do we?
Now, as you're doing this, Johnny Mo, do you have a particular look you're going for? Do you have a particular outcome you're looking for?
Awesomeness. I want to get the reaction in there and stuff like that. That's what people are looking for, is that honest reaction, because a lot of foodies out there, right? Look at that. Now I'm going to have something to talk about. And The whole time I'm watching the time in the bottom right. All right, split. Then I'm going to get rid of this. And then I'm going to go like that. And then I'm going to come in here, video photo. I want to add a photo. And I'm going to come down here. You would think that I would get smart enough to put these in a favorites folder so I could come down and get them real easy. But I like to torture myself, so I go through this difficulty every time. Where are we, Maine? So we did Explore Maine Live Bang. I want to put a picture in picture with that one. And I'm going to go like this. I learned. I'm self-taught, guys. So this, everything that I'm showing you, I might be going kind of fast on. You can go fast on it too, right? You can go fast on it too. Eventually, I'm going to put my real estate logo in here. We'll put that right down here like that. And then what is that? Minute, 12 seconds long. That is great. I want to come in here. Always, these are the attention to detail things that I do. I usually get rid of the music. I mean, the loudness. Because I'm going to put music and talk over it, and that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, I'm going to go like that. Now I'm going to come down here, and I am going to go music. I'm going to go record. Man, I'm so happy that I got to try this place. I drove by it the other day on my way to Band Loop, and I said, I got to research this place. And when I found out that they had corned beef hash homemade, I knew I had to come. They got these big old muffins out there and everything. Classic American diner. This biscuit was huge. But let's jump into the star of the show, which was this corned beef hash. This was excellent corned beef hash. If you're a corned beef fat fan, you're going to love this place. Lots of good crispy char on there. This biscuit, about the size of a baby's head. I've got a big head like a horse, but if I had a small head, it would be the size of my head. Anyways, I got big head. Let's get into this biscuit. It was so good. I mean, so buttery, so flavorful. Definitely take a look at this place. If you need some help with real estate, exploremainlife.com. Yeah, my video's done. It failed to record probably because I'm here using the phone to record and share and stuff like that. But that's what I would do. And then I would go to TikTok and I would post that video to TikTok. So let's just pretend I'm going to post a video to TikTok. I'm going to click upload. Let's just pick this one for fun. I'm going to go next. I'm going to go next. That's in my way. Get out of here. I'm going to add a sound. So I always try to often I use the same audio, which is aesthetic or something like that. And then you'd want to make sure that it's not overstepping your audio and it's not too bad. Then I would click next. Also, if you want to come in here, these platforms, here's the key. These platforms are looking for you. They want you to create on platform. So I created the raw video in InShot. When I saved it, now I'm coming over here to TikTok. I'm going to use audio from TikTok. I'm going to use the audio from Instagram. And I'm going to use the audio from YouTube. Also, if you just come in here and say, amazing, find in Arundel, right? Now you use the platform tools, right? So you can put that up here too. You can get as creative as you want. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. But now I'm just going to go next. One of my things I like to do is come in here, select cover, come down here. I usually pick this and say, the corn beef hash. And then I'll go, where's my drooling guy? Right there, right? Boom, boom, something like that, whatever I do. And I'm going to go, sorry guys, I got to keep this darn thing's always in my way and I got to keep moving it. Where's my TikTok? And then I'm going to go save. And what I'm going to do is look at some of these hashtags. If I just say, huh?
We got a question here from Kevin. Looks like Kevin just raised his hand.
Okay, well, let me finish this and we'll get to that. So we come into hashtags and you can see all these hashtags that I use on a normal basis, right? So I'm just going to go bang, 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 right? I'm always going to put real estate in there because people are looking for that. Maine Realtor, Explore Main Life, right? And then I'm gonna do corn, beef, hash. And look at that, it's got 5.4 million views. And then I'm gonna send it, right? And then I'm gonna post it. I'm not gonna post this. Discard chances. And that's it. And then what happens is when somebody I have 2 other accounts that what I will do is I'm gonna go in there and I will share. Stop sharing. I am going to share. I'm going to tag myself. I'm going to tag Johnny Moe and I'm going to tag Explore NH Life. And then they're going to go in there and comment, copy the link, never send it anywhere, add it to their favorites, do all these other things. And then I will engage with the people. I'm unmute here. I'm back. Back. Because what's going to happen is now all of a sudden people are going to see that, people are going to get engaged. Now, one thing I haven't done, I'm now using my social media channel, right? I've become the brand. I'm now able to go in there and tell people, hey, listen, I have this awesome social media platform called Explore My Town or Explore Main Life. Why don't you go check out the video? I never look for anything free. I never ask for anything free, and I don't even talk to them about it until I'm done because I don't want anything for free, right? If I'm going to give a review of a place or I'm going to promote a place, it's got to be good, right? I've been in places that I'm like, fucking vibe of this place sucks. I ain't doing anything. And that happens, right? Anyways, what's the question?
What do you got for us, Kevin?
Yeah. Hey, John, thanks for sharing this stuff. This is really helpful. The question I had, I was trying to follow along with my phone, trying to do a lot of the stuff that you're doing. And with the original video, how are you editing it? Like, how are you able to splice it, add picture in picture? Because I know on my iPhone, just doing the regular camera, you can't do that. Were you using like an app or something?
I was using InShot.
InShot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably can do some of the same stuff with, if you got an iPhone with like iMovie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've never been successful with iMovie on my phone. I do use it on my laptop here occasionally. I got a whole editing game now, so I don't even look at most of the stuff. But on my phone, 100% unequivocally InShot. I think it's $50 a year.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, and the other part worth mentioning too is quite a bit of that you could even do right on the TikTok platform or even within the Reels platforms. Like they do have some good editing tools now. So if you're stuck on something, sometimes you can do it right in the app. InShot just happens to have a better suite of tools that makes it easier to get it done before you go to post it.
Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yeah. I want to show you one other thing too while we're here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep that one going. I'm going to keep this one muted. And I want to just show you a cropping trick. Start broadcast, JMO. Come on, buddy. I'm going to save that as a draft. I'm going to come back and finish it later. So if I come into InShot, I'm going to grab a new video, but I want something that I shot in this rendition, which is 16:9. Can we all see this? Okay, I'm going to grab that one and I'm going to click OK. I just have to keep moving myself. And look, this is typically what happens when you shoot in this mode and you try to edit in this mode, right? Which I was just trying to capture this particular street for a community video that I'm doing, because this is the street that they shut down and they do all the trick-or-treating on. But if I wanted to click canvas over here and I wanted to fit it, now I wanted to go into 9:16, I would do this, but let me crop it. I crop it and I crop it and I crop it to get into 9:16, and I go like that. I lose a whole bunch. And that's why when you're filming, like this doesn't even look bad. I'm only getting one side of the street, which is the side of the street that I want anyways. Okay. So now I just took my 16:9. That's why in the beginning I said, when you're filming, if you're filming this way, don't be right up on it. right? So be back a little bit. You need to be Stanley Kubrick in here and fake the moon landing. I mean, did I just say that? I can't even talk like that. But anyways, by holding the film, instead of what I used to do is film this way and then film this way, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I can still take my shorts and put them into a 16 by 9 editing platform on YouTube and cut, there's all sorts of things I can do to it, but this is just one tool. It's not even a tool. Stop screen broadcast, stop. It's not even a tool per se. It's just editing the pitch, just editing, right? Or manipulation of the content. I'm going to go do this residently on my phone. I got to go find some pictures. You guys can't see this album now. I am going to take the same picture and I am going to do the same thing on my phone. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Now I'm just in my phone, right? So if somebody sends me a 9:16 picture, boom, right? Let me go cut that. Let me cut that a little bit and go boom. Now, yeah, I was driving for that. Is this one? Now look at my video, right? Now I have this video. So you can shoot 9:16 and manipulate it on your phone to be 16 by 9, or shoot it in 16 by 9 and manipulate it to be 9:16. Hopefully that doesn't confuse everybody. But if you just try to jam it in, it's going to look funky. If you zoom in too far and it's like, hey everybody, you're in too far. So these are just a couple of the manipulations and the tools that I use in order to create the content on the social media. Anyways, what else we got?
Yeah, no, it's good stuff. So we got a few minutes left here before we want to just get into Q&A and begin to wrap up. But what if somebody's new to vertical video and they want to get started right away and they want to go out and make a video, what is the one piece of advice you give somebody who's just getting started?
Do it. But I would get with my bag. Give you 2 pieces of advice, Harrison. Number 1 is get yourself some mics. I carry these around with me. They're chargeable. I paid $30-40 for them on Amazon. You don't need Rhodes or any of those other ones, right? I can promise you at the end of the day, they all sound good coming out of editing. This is an interview set, so there's 2 on there. So I can at any moment say, hey man, can you tell that? Do you mind if I record that story? Sure. Boom, within 5 minutes we're recording. And I would get myself, people will say gimbal or whatever, use whatever you use. I prefer, and will only use the SwitchPod. And the reason I use it is because of this ergonomical handle where everybody else is just straight up and down. So it forces your hand. This is more natural. That's my 2 pieces of advice is just do it and get a couple pieces of simple equipment. The SwitchPod's $100. Those microphones are $50. For $150, you're in business. But be aware of your surroundings, be aware of your audios. Sometimes I was with one of our partners yesterday and I had to tell her, hold on, just don't, when you're done saying what I tell you to say, don't move. And then I'll ask you the next question and then answer it, because we'll cut all that out of in editing and it's going to look natural, right? But there would be a big old truck coming and it'd be like, hey, hold on. Because we're going to hear that in the video. So be aware of your surroundings and shoot twice, cut once.
Yeah, I think it's important to understand you don't have to get it in one take. You can get it in multiple takes. You can have a single take that goes a little bit longer and you can chop all the ugly stuff out. So I think a lot of us, and I know that I do it, you make a mistake. What do? You immediately stop the recording. In most cases, you can continue on, finish the recording, get the shot that you want, and then you can actually fix that when you go to edit it. So don't feel like you've got to be one shot perfection. So with that, we got a few minutes left here. Just figured we'd open it up. If there's any questions, feel free to ask them now. Happy to answer whatever you guys want to know. Show you more things if you want to see them. So any questions?
One question I would ask, and so I don't know if you utilize this in your business at all, but there's Facebook Live, Instagram Live. have you ever used those types of platforms to do live content? And if so, do you have any advice? And what subjects do you really cover?
So the answer to the question is yes, I have used them. Do I actively and currently use them? No, not particularly. I like with TikTok, definitely they say, and with all of them, they say you should go live because they look at it, the way that the platforms look at it is time sensitive, right? It's time sensitive information. So it's going to push it out there because it's time sensitive. It's not looking to live on. It's like, hey, this is live. This is important right now. I don't know what the magical number is, the magical time is for Facebook Lives. I don't like doing them because I mess up a lot, right? And I say cuss words. And so if I'm doing that live, then it's not good. And I can promise you, I'm interesting in 20-minute segments. After that, you don't want to be around me. Right? But to sit there and talk about something live. So if I'm doing a live, I would want to promote the live and then do like almost like a Q&A. And, if we're real estate agents, I would say, or LOs, right? Coffee Talk Tuesday about what's going on with the market. You can do that live. Now, Harrison and I do a show called, what do we call it? Main Market Update, right? The Main Market Update. I don't want, if I only put it out there live, then it's only going out there live. It's living that one time and I forget all about it. Now, how are you going to go live on TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, all of these? You'd have to use a program like Restream or something else like that. Even though they will never admit it, I do not believe you get the same reach with a platform, a third party, as you do organically in the platform itself. Just my own conspiracy theory.
Okay.
But what I would be doing is I would want to promote it. I would want to make it a weekly thing. I want to do coffee talk and eat. And listen, think of yourself as a producer and editor. You might have nobody on, but you want to act like you have a question. So what is it that you want to talk about? Don't worry so much about what they want. You will attract the people that are looking for that message. But whatever you're talking about, I stick with tell stories of interesting people, places, and things, and then I do the real estate show. But the point of my recording is now I can take that real estate show, put it on a digital website, write a blog with it, and I use AI to write the blog. I use AI to write the blog based upon what was said in the video. Okay. And so now all of a sudden, I'll share it with you because somebody shared it with me. It's called Alright. I think it's alright.ai. You take the YouTube video link, not shorts, doesn't work for shorts. You put it in there and you tell it to generate a blog, and it generates a blog based upon what you talked about. Cool. Look at that. I just made a blog. Because I'm going to get sidetracked a little bit and talk about digital assets. When you're creating content, what is the purpose of the content? Right? So that same question has to be asked when you come into digital assets. And I'm writing a blog. Is that blog for SEO, the unicorn, the coveted prize? Not all of them are going to be. Some blogs are going to be written as my digital library that I can share on Facebook, that I can share in groups, that I can actually even run ads with. I don't care about the SEO about it. So if I can get it out, look good, style good, and everything else like that, and share it out and put it into an ad, that is more beneficial to me than the SEO because I'm not going for the SEO component of it. Now, don't get me wrong, every third or fourth blog I write is SEO, okay? And especially the stuff for Evolution Media is SEO. But a lot of the stuff that I'll put out for my real estate channels are written with AI, right? But Ken, it's the intent. The intent isn't to try to rank with this blog. The intent is to try to get engagement. So I want to get it out there. But going live can help, but I would get into a consistent schedule with it, and build a scheme around it, right? Build a scheme around it. What is it that you want to talk about? Do you want to go live and talk about, the home inspection troubles? Do you have a list of 30 things that you can make a video? Because you should be able to download your live video afterwards. So if you go ahead and record that live video, and let's just go for instance, right? We're all real estate professionals and we can all chime in. I'm sure if we all collectively put our minds together and throw out 3 ideas, we'd have a list of ideas that are all duplicated. We all have issues with home inspection. If you deal with septic or water, what happens there? What is radon in the water? right? You can tell I'm in Maine, New Hampshire, right? We deal with these things. What happens when your property goes under contract? Each state's different, right? I'm licensed in 2 states. They're different. What to expect from closing, what to expect listing your home, the stage and make a difference, right? Now, all of a sudden, if you sit down and you come up with, or you use ChatGPT and say, give me 25. I just did this the other day. Matter of fact, I'm going to share right now and show you guys, because part of creating content is the ideas, right? So if I go to ChatGPT and agents must generate, what is this one? Here's my prompt. In the voice of an influencer or a coach, provide 25 titles and video blog ideas about building your sphere of influence, business to business networking, using video digital marketing, right? So that came up with those ideas. But I thought, all right, we're just going to create one right now. We're going to create a new chat. Create. And 25 video ideas. There you go, right? I mean, you don't have AI do your job. You use AI to assist you in your job, right? Here you go. AI is going to give you, ChatGPT is going to give you the output of whatever the quality of the input is, right? Yeah. So now here's ideas. On this other one, I asked it, right? I asked the same thing. I asked this one. I asked it for video ideas and titles. Right? Winning referral business, strategies for real estate agent, video blog ideas, share effective, right? So AI is going to help you in the creation of your content. So leverage it as best as you can, right? Don't rely on it. Leverage it. You're the manager. It's your assistant, your subordinate. You tell it what to do, and then you verify that it's good, or you use the pieces that you want. Out of 25 of those, if I get 10, that's cool. I get 10 blog ideas for the next 2 months.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. That was great. Thanks.
Yeah, and also use Answer the Public, right? When you get in there, I think it's Answer the Public, Ask the Public, maybe.
Is that another like AI tool?
Yeah. Ask the Public. I wouldn't call it AI as it is. Well, AI is getting out of control. AI is a fancy computer program, right? So the answer to it is, yeah, it's just a big data aggregator that can respond quickly. To the public. Into the public.com. To cover, get instant results. Topic. Let's talk about Maine real estate. Search. All right, I'll continue with Google. I'm going to share this out in a minute if I get it. I don't like Neil Patel. He always everywhere and just trying to always get your name. Maine real estate. Where's share? Share 10 can rough share. Share your share tab. Share Maine influences Maine real estate. That's one. So this is out there doing its query projects or whatever like that. I don't know. You're using the free version of Answer the Public. There used to be another one out there that was free. No, that's still Neil Patel. I'll look for it. I'll share it out with you guys, but this will be able to give you some ideas. This is what I was looking for in particular, right? So my search query was Maine real estate. So this is showing me all these different things. Best. Now I'm not saying you. I know you guys got to take the information I'm using and disseminate it for your own particular market and needs, right? Where's Maine located? I can come through here and say, okay, what are people searching for? Wow, this one's ranking at a 90. I want that, right? Start, and you can come in here to see all these different questions. And they call them different things, questions, prefixes. I'm not an English major. That's Harrison's job. But you have prepositions and all these other things, right? What people are searching for. So you can go in there too. And sometimes I look at that and say, who's got the best cheeseburger in Maine? Because that's being, who's got the best lobster roll? So I make my YouTube videos, who's got the best lobster roll in Maine? And all of a sudden, when you type in who's got the best lobster roll in Maine, I'm showing up on the first page of Google under videos.
Okay. So askthepublic.com or just ask the public?
Answer the public.
Answer the public. Okay.
Yeah.
Check that out. Okay. Cool.
Huh?
So one of the things we recommend too, Kevin, especially where you're an agent, you work with a lot of different clients. The best place to start is also what are those frequently asked questions you get. So when you meet with a buyer or a seller, what are those questions they immediately ask? Things like, what are the expectations? What's the process look like? Why do you need a pre-approval or pre-qualification? Like, think of those frequently asked questions. Those are great ones to answer in a video for two reasons. One, it gives you content, people will want the questions you always get. But two, now it gives you a library of answers to questions they have that you can send them to. Great, before our first meeting, here's a library of questions that I've answered to help us get started. And that way you can take some of those questions right off the table when you have that meeting, so they're not asking you those questions and you're not there at the appointment answering a bunch of just common questions. You've already taken care of it. So it's almost like a pre-meeting package.
Yeah, almost have like a YouTube channel.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the thing about YouTube. Well, we just mentioned YouTube. That's the thing about YouTube is you can have unlisted videos for that specific reason. And if you embed them or anything else like that, they will still show up. So a friend of mine taught me this with BombBomb. And I said, well, I don't want to pay $50 a month because I'm cheap. And so I learned to do it with YouTube. It was like, hey, congratulations, you're under contract. This is what the next steps are, right? Or this is what they expect next. Hey, we got we got offers on your properties. I sent them over to you through DocuSign. So take a look at those, see which one makes sense to you. I also made this quick video on Loom to explain each one. That's how I present my sellers now. I presented the offers with Loom. Hey, here are the two offers. This is what this one says. 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 This one is allowing you to close early so you get your money and stay there until August. This one's not. This one's giving you all the money that you want up front. This one has an escalation clause, which will get you to the money, right? This one is putting $40,000 down. This one's putting $5,000 down. This one's only borrowing 50%. This one's borrowing 70%, right? Now I'm able to send that off. So that's whole nother way. That's a whole part of video, right? Outside of the video, vertical video stuff that we talk about, but you can surely create these videos inside of and host them in YouTube. And I suggest everybody look at YouTube like a hosting platform.
Okay.
What other questions we got?
I saw something pop up. Oh, that's me. Oh, Jackie is going to have to run to a show. And there you go. Jackie is one of our clients at Explore My Town, and she's been out there making her videos diligently. The team's been helping her with scripting and confidence and editing and making her look awesome. And as a result, her business is blowing up. And her business isn't blowing up because of a video. Don't let me try to fool anybody. Her business is blowing up because of her, right? And her natural talent, just like it will with you and your natural talent. The difference is she's being seen by more people. And we all know that this is a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more business you're going to get, right? If you want to make phone calls, make 10 extra phone calls a day. That's 50 per week. That's a lot by the end of the year, 2,500. If the conversion rate is every 100 calls, you get one sale, and out of every one of the, it takes 3 of those to get one sale. But you got 2,500 calls. You got 1 out of 100, so you got 25. There's an extra 4 or 5 sales a year for you, just from 10 extra calls. Did I say 10? 10 extra calls a day, right? So doing the work, it's 90%. That's 90% of it.
All right. So before we wrap up here, any other questions? All right.
Be authentic, man. That's the key too, is to be authentic. Practice, practice, practice. You know how many times I've made a video for myself, Harrison, of me, and I was like a deer with a headlight. Get the big view. I want to share this. Are we recording?
We are still recording.
Am I still in the meeting? I think I left. I'm going to share this with you all real quick. Everybody I suggest this to absolutely loves it. If I knew how to use my phone, I would share it right away. So here I come. Hey. Okay, so I'm going to come under somewhere. I'm just going to come under this project. No, I'm not. I'm going to come under here and I'm going to go new. No, I don't want to do that. I don't even know what I'm doing. Rename project, delete project, script. Okay, so watch this, right? Now, I'm not going to record this for live or anything else like that, but I'm going to remove everybody's fear and excuse right now. Ready? Can you see that? This is not the same old antiquated coaching. Our coaching program is like any program I know of. I have brought together some of the industry experts to help you like never before. We focus on making you proficient with video, digital, and social. Plus, we'll help you grow your sphere of influence and build a network of high value, right? Now I'm just going to stop because, I mean, you get the gist of it. Oh, look at that hairdo. Oh, my goodness. I got to stop sharing. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I just use BigView, right? BigView is a teleprompter. I think it's free. If it's not free, it's $50 a year. You can actually put your scripts right from your desktop or your laptop right into BigView on the website, and then you go to your phone and they're there. You can record here and download it over there. To me, it is an app that I think everybody should have if you struggle with, what do they call that? Impromptu. I don't script. I say what comes to my mind. I know what I want to say. I know how I want to say it. The things, that's why I might shoot it 2 or 3 different times until I get it right. But I'm trying to get that intro on the first shot. I want it to be real. I want it to be authentic, kind of like Dave Portnoy, right? But if you struggle, or if you're going to be interviewing somebody, or you want to do something that's a little bit more well thought out, because what happens is a lot of people, when they're not scripted, they ramble on and they talk about nonsense, and then the video sucks. So now if you have a video and you're trying to go for that 1 minute or 30 seconds or something else like this, this will help you stay within that time frame, but also be able to read. And when the way that it has it set up, it doesn't even look like you're reading, because the words are right by the camera. Little secret for you.
Yeah, and that teleprompter app is very, very helpful if you've got specific things you absolutely want to make sure you say, and gives you that structure that maybe you're afraid you're going to forget. All right, any other questions? Kevin, Corland? Looks like that's
No,
enough.
Thank you,
Awesome.
John. Thank
I'm
you.
gonna take the elevator right out of here.
Yeah, appreciate you guys spending the time with us. So with that, we'll wrap up. Appreciate everybody spending the time. Hope this was helpful. If you got any questions, you can always reach out. We will follow up with that free script we talked about, so you guys can do your own market update videos. Please, make the video, tag us in it. We'd love to see it. We'd love to help you get some more exposure on that first video. But in the meantime, if you need us, feel free to reach out. We'll see you all soon.
Thank you.